Alright. I pray for him. Never forgetty Mr. Spaghetti. I think we all agree there is no spaghetti like good spaghetti. And all that joyous stuff that makes the clocks tick and all that. Alright. Man, I want to get into it, but I also have so many negative things to say about this man. I am not net positive on this one, okay? Please understand. I am net negative. I am net negative. So where's the title screen image for all this anyway? Is that a background? So there's something I'm looking for. It's under GUI then? Main menu, there you go. Why is nobody here? We're starting in a minute. And y'all not here. Yank here. Man, this song sums up exactly how depressed I am about this whole situation. Thanks for not stopping by. I'm not upset. I'm not mad. Don't put in the newspaper. I'm mad. I'll be so mad if someone puts in the newspapers that I'm mad. I'm not angry. I'm not mad. I am just mildly disappointed that the usuals don't show up. You think the senator would want to be here to kick my ass? I put him in the title to finally get a little even Steven around here, but none of that. This grudge must remain. I'm not mad. Don't put in the fucking papers that I'm mad, okay? Shrinks down to regular Mario on the cross. You know, we're gonna give it the usual little while before we actually get going. I'm gonna do something else. Jesus. Nobody's showing up. Boy, wife, you can't just leave comments and screw off. Don't worry, I'm just having a little fun here. How bad is 300 plus ping anyway? You hear me, God? Subject me for 1 minute to what it feels like if reality itself was victim to 300 ping. Ugh, 100 ping? Ugh, Safi, that's just normal human brain activity. That's just how your brain works. Well, I think in a few minutes we're going to start regardless, because at this rate there really isn't much else to do. I just have to fill the space with my own little farts. I'll have to make little fart noises. Just isn't the same. I remember watching someone's, I don't know what it was. I think it was a Minecraft or something playthrough. And he was like, I can't believe this playthrough ended. I can't believe I cheated my way into getting the final thing that I care to get. Like, do you have any idea how much of this mod pack we just ignored with this? And he was so, at once surprised yet mad. It was as if God himself pulled the carpet out from under him and went, "Congratulations, you're in heaven now!" And it was like, really? What? No! I think the way to describe how that man felt is almost certainly that at that moment he found out that he was the goodest boy, and there was nothing left to aspire to. And that can be very discouraging, can it? Anyway, I'm just gonna finish this thought up, and we'll call it a day. Scary Dave showed up. Of all people. Dave folks, the council that they wishes to change the time you stream because Dave doesn't have time, sadly. Dave, I've got bad news for you, right? Our options right now, I think I'll have to move it to tomorrow then, because I just don't have time in my evenings anymore. I used to, I don't anymore. Unless, now, I could move this a few hours into the future, but then the stream gets kind of time crushed by other stuff. So, you tell me, Dave, taking the usual starting time as, like, the anchor point, throw some suggestions out there. I'm willing to accommodate as best I can. Because I do miss having you around the place. Yucking it up. Man, I really need to figure something out for the chat or something, because like the way it's set up, it just does not. It's not conducive to actually reading the damn thing. I guess I could always just shrink this down a little bit. What the hell did I shrink down? Like put this off to the side or something. That doesn't feel right. Constantly spoke, we understand. We'll try our best to try. Listen, Dave, I can shift this. I can start the stream an hour later if you want to. 2 hours is like the limit before it gets really funky, and at that point, like we can only stream 2 hours max on a good day. But if like an hour later works for you, then we can do that. Otherwise, we can do it on Saturdays at the original time of like later in the evening. The good old time, the good old days when we used to sit under the stars and not think too hard about things. Oh, such beautiful days. I'm just wondering where the Sen and the other guy are. They didn't seem to have any trouble showing up. Up. Nah, do your thing, man. Ugh, Dave, don't be like that. Don't. Ugh, I'm gonna throw hands. Hold up. Dude, who the hell was this? Hold up, I just found out something. Also, yeah, I guess. With everything we got. Come on, really don't have anything else? Sorry, I just found out about something and I'm very curious about what the hell happened here. Time to archaeology! Man, I wish there was a little thing that told you that someone had gotten rid of their account. Luckily I have something magnificent. Oh, they just got rid of their account, I guess. Really? Nothing? No results? But I have. Time to go to archive.org. No, not archive of our own. Archive.org. I'm sorry. Sometimes you gotta go to the Wayback Machine. This page is available on the web. Listen, buddy. Listen, archive of our own. Sometimes people they go like, oh, we removed it, you know, and you don't get to see it. Can't believe 2003 was 2 years ago. Didn't Dragoneer died in like 2024? The guy who single-handedly held up like for Affinity. No URLs. Well, fuck me. So I can't find it. You know, the thing that gets me about this, right, is that the problem I have, right, is that I just don't remember this fucking artist. Apparently they got rid of their account, and I'm like, I don't remember this guy at all. And I'm trying to find art so I can remember who they were. Can't find it! 2023. What a year. What a year. We'll be starting in a little bit. I gotta wrap one thing up. Call it a day. Alright, let's get going. What do you mean aren't getting Snoop Boats as much? Scared of? Why not? Is Snoot dying down? Man, what if it was? I mean, it's not like Snoot is like a massive super industry that had that kind of longevity, man. We all knew at some point. Oh shit, I just remembered there's one more thing I actually have to do. But I don't wanna. Alright. It ain't dying. It's just not gonna recommendation as much. I mean, you could always just look for stuff. Alright, I'm done. I'm done with the stuff. I've written everything I wanted to write down. We've been here for like half an hour doing nothing. Let's get to Safi gets really mad at Don't Bite Me. First off, what a lovely fucking titles theme. Too bad that another game did it. I mean, did it do it better? I think what really helps this fucking title screen compared to... Hold up. Aw. Okay. Take a look at the main menu. So, I think what really helps this main menu from Snoot Game stand out is we got the music over there. We got a little more music stuff on the keychain. I don't know why there's a car key there, but there's like Rainbow, and there's something that looks a little scientific for Anon. Also, it's way busier and it's a bit more interesting. I want you to look at this fucking shit, man. Like, I'm not saying Snoot Game's title screen is like the work, the bee's knees. But come on, man! It's a clean table with an eraser that looks like a pen, not a pencil, because it has a little cap. And pens have caps. Pencils don't need caps. And we've got this super obvious ass picture. Oh no, I tore the picture in twain of me and my friend. I don't know, man. It's a little on the nose. I'm getting booped on my snoot by storytelling. What more do you want? What more do you want? But that's enough of that. How about you and I go on the journey of this is a hot... It's not a good demo. I think the important thing to know about this is that it does not actually sell you on its premise. And it just doesn't have any character. It doesn't breathe the atmosphere. Hey! Before we get started, let's pick a name for your character, man. If you leave it blank, I'll just call you Nobody, okay? Yeah? I couldn't think of anything else, to be honest. I mean, as a start, right, I also don't like how many fics are like, let's keep the Anon Moose and Incognito thing going. I think Incognito already was kind of stretching it. Like, the point with Anon is that it was a joke about being an Anon on 4chan. That was the joke. It's not that he's nobody. It's that he is a specific kind of nobody. He was representing something. That's why he was called Anon. I say Anon because that's just how I like it. But with Incognito, you can already tell that like it was someone else's project. Because I'm pretty sure that the official people who made fucking whatever it's called, Snoot Game, would have told him, listen, buddy, no, that's not the joke. That's not the gag. You didn't get the joke, and now everyone else is not getting the joke. Like, sometimes it's cute. I'm okay with it if you kind of play around with it. You know? Well, what was the name of the guy in Punch Drunk Gator? Again? I know his name is Dorian. More like Dorkian. D-E Fault. But his name is Dorian, right? And his last name is Fault, which is, like, not the worst name. Not Moose, which every freaking text editor is like, do you mean mouse? Anyway, I'm sure you can think of something better. What would you like to be called? Oh, you can just call me Safi Baffy. No, let's just go with that. I want to call him Anon and see if the game cares. Dude, seriously? Okay, that's fine, I guess. No. You know what, Dave? We'll get to play with Dave. How about that? Dude, seriously? Okay, that's fine, I guess. What the hell is this? Get out of here, Professor Oak. We don't need you. Let's begin, shall we? Huh? Attention, passengers. The next stop is Ridgefall. Please gather your belongings and prepare to exit the train. Stop having it be closed. You can't do this, man. You need to add asterisk and italicize the text to indicate that something is different. This is my stop. Look at this Susie-ass fucking character. Also, who did the art in this? Did you get the... What? Hold on. I had to get my Wawa bottle. But look, it's Susie! It's Susie from Undertale! I would like to say I have nothing against that. I'm not telling you not to. I just think maybe your opening screen should be a little more subtle. Admittedly, Snoot Game starts off with a staircase with 8,000 references. I think I'm forgetting something. Man, look at these. Look at these gorgeous man legs. Alright. I need to let Mom know that I'm coming! Look at this beautiful... Dude, don't hold... That's... Does this person not know how big a phone is? My thumb can stretch barely over my phone if I stretch. But if I like hold my phone normally, right? Your thumb, nah, you might be able to make it. Gosh, I guess I just never thought about how the dimensions of my phone work. Huh. Anyway, I'll visit you this weekend. Tomorrow is the big day. Hey, Mom, I'm about to arrive. I'm a little nervous, but I hope I can fit in. Wish me luck. Love you. I can't believe our protagonist is getting ghosted by his mom. Nothing yet. The train comes to a stop with a soft screech of the brakes. Psst. The doors open in front of me, revealing a city I have never seen before. Listen, my man. You can't reveal... Like, it's a fucking tram. The doors have glass in them. What are they revealing? Also, of course it's a city you've never seen before. Like, I'm just a little mad that it's, like, kind of double dosing here. Ridgefall. I feel like if you're gonna make your text this small, maybe like go with a bigger font size. Like, make it bigger, right? Fill out the page more if you're not gonna do this much with it. I don't think it does anything in long stretches anyway. It falls into that trap I've seen a lot of fics fall into, where it really likes short sentences and paragraphs especially, like it's typing them out for a mod. Ridgefall. City is famous for its beaches and coastal weather. Probably should have brought a jacket. You are wearing a jacket. I know it's a hoodie, but I want to make a first good impression. You can't make a good first impression with a jacket. If you're one of those losers who shows up wearing a jacket, y'all might as well sit at the loser table. New people to meet. New opportunities. Or at least that's what I keep telling myself. Step off the subway, feeling my feet touch the pavement. Still warm from the morning sun. Yeah, it smells different here. Fresher. The salt... Oh my... We're doing another fucking beach episode. I don't like how many people are like, let's go with a beach. It's like, come on, just set it somewhere else. Set it in Portland. Set it along a river. Set it in the middle of the desert. Alright. Here we go. Get this Mario-ass mother clucker out of here. God, this music is so... sappy. I adjust the strap of my backpack on my shoulder. Yes, I understand it's on your fucking shoulder, man. You don't have to double down on that. I start walking down the sidewalk, glancing at the street names as I try not to get lost. Again, I feel like you can just ignore that, man. Just describe the way you're glancing. Describe yourself as hastily checking street names, you know? Something like that. Bit stronger, punchier word choice. Also, for fuck's sake, look at this. It's like one line. I take out my phone to see if Mom has seen my message. Yeah, nope. I don't like this either. I need to 5 will be my new school before it gets too late. I think the real thing you need to do, Mother Clucker, is start establishing your... Okay, listen. I'm gonna do this, and I don't want to do this, but we have to. Let's look at the scripts for Snoot Game and Wani. I'm not saying they're the best out there. I'm not saying that Wani and Snoot are like the creme de la creme of writing. But their intros are fine. So, Snoot Game starts off with a date time. And then immediately Anon gives us like, Volcán de Bluffs is where we're going. It's way warmer than the temperate weather he's used to. Oh wait, this is Wani. Yeah, in this he's like, you know, we immediately get that Inco's from a different part of the country. He's moved. We immediately get that information. Immediately, the first fucking thing this guy talks about after establishing that he's physically uncomfortable is the style of summer sleeves. And then it's like, and we get this impression of a guy who clearly wants to have this social impact, right? Like, Inko starts off so strong, and then he starts complaining about the hard plastic seating of the metro. And he's on his first day to school. And then he mentions that he's normally on his phone. So we get a really good picture of, like, Inko being kind of a loser. He talks about his parents moving. And everything. There's a lot to it, right? And talks about how he's not good at friends. He talks about the art curriculum. So, in like a couple of sentences, right? By this point, we already know what Inko wants. I'm half tempted to pull out the script for Angels with Scaly Wings. I should replay that game just to establish a baseline, because I remember it not being great. But if you're worse than that, if this is like a personal project, then ignore everything I'm saying. Nothing I say matters. Yeah, Inko is the same, and Anon's the same. He's like, this is the date and time, weather conditions, cold as balls. It's my first time living close to the water. Again, kind of laying it on thick, kind of using the same gimmick for both of them. It's fine, it's fair, it works. He talks a lot more about the weather, though. My new apartment is in an awkward spot. It's my first time. They really are hammering this idea home, right? It's like, it's my first time living close to it. It's my first time walking to school, too. My apartment's in a new plot. It's my first day at a new school. My God, Anon, you are like, oh no, it's my first time. It's a bit of a sluggish start. However, line 46 on the script, he immediately pulls out that he is a little shitposter online. Immediately, Inko establishes that he is a specific kind of character, and you better get used to him fast. Meanwhile, who the fuck is Dave? Or, I guess, Nobody. I need to find what will be my new school before it gets too late. It's a clumsy sentence, man. I feel like I need to find what my soon-to-be new school... Oh, it's such a weird sentence to begin with. Before it gets too late. I'd like to point out, right, I'm not even sure how, like, what is his housing situation? Did he move here? So yeah, we have no idea what this guy's deal is, I guess. As I keep moving, I notice more and more people in school uniforms surrounding me. That's just a weird way to put that. Uniforms like the one I'll be wearing. Yes! Why are you saying it like that? Why aren't you giving your personal opinion in the same sentence? You know, then they look different. Why can't you phrase this in the context of he's going to this school? Like, surely nobody has an opinion on jackets or uniforms, right? Like, I haven't worn a uniform before, but I don't really mind too much, you know? I guess I gotta get used to it, you know? Something. Vibrant colors, aka everyone I get that it's slowly building this up, but I assure you the vast majority of people who are going to play your game are already familiar with Snook Game and Goodbye Viking High. They don't need this introduction. And then it does this really awkward thing. Actually, it was probably like a Danoful. In fact, that was the whole point of the exchange program. Oh, it's an exchange program. That's even weirder. I mean, not really. To connect with different people and stuff like that. I've actually made a point that it's really, like, shouldn't Snoot Game, with its more heat-resistant population, have, like, a division of humans live further north? In colder climes and in mountains, whereas dinosaurs live south or in deserts and plains near shores and stuff? But knowing it, in theory, is one... Yes. Yes, knowing is one thing. Jesus, man, you can't say, but knowing it in theory. That's... Yes! People generally know things in theory because that's what a theory is. It's in your brains. Ooh. Ooh. Did the song just kill itself to reboot? That's a weird way to restart your song. But knowing is one thing. Seeing it with your own eyes is something else. My previous school. Why do we keep doing this? We're in your head. We're doing your thoughts. Why do we have brackets and asterisks? Just. Ugh. Why are we doing this thing that? Which one did it again? I think it's Living Memories had that thing of like where it just excludes certain thoughts are in italics for some reason. In my previous school, there were only a handful of Dino students, maybe 5 or 6 in the entire high school. I never really connected with any of them. I was staying in my comfort zone, surrounded by other humans. So, I said before that like Snook Game and Wani are not interested in actually world building much. I feel like this one is trying to do a little more, and I like that, but that's me. I'm not saying it's what you need to do or what's good for the story or the game or whatever. But it's something I want to do. Like the concept of a cold-blooded species sharing space with the warm-blooded one. All you really need is a species that occupies the very cold areas, which is what the Shalonians tend to do in the things I have in my head. You've got a nice spray of characters. Nice spritz. I realize how sheltered I was back then. How little I dared to look for something different. But here I have no choice. So, a bit ago, he was talking like he really wants to find out, learn new stuff. He went on this exchange program, and I was like, I don't have a choice! I guess that's gotta change now. So, does he want this or not? Lost in my thoughts as I walked, I bumped into something. A tall, muscular tail loomed over me. I tried to get up off the ground. These are sentence fragments. Include some linking words, please. Why not just say, a huge, muscular tail loomed over me as I tried to get up off the ground? That alone immediately makes it less of 2 sentences. While I was lost in my thoughts, I bumped into someone. Bam. But I couldn't help myself from looking at her. I like how we established her when it was someone a bit ago. So, here's the female. Oh, look, it's the girl on the picture! Who for some reason is wearing a chef's uniform and looks a little too much like Susie for my comfort. The figure turned and then I recognized the female. A T-Rex girl? Like, why does her shirt look like she's wearing a chef's uniform? That's all I want to know. Also, is she wearing gloves? Oh gosh, she's wearing the gloves and everything. Is this just a Susie thick? Just make your Susie thick, man. Don't worry about me. Man, look at those bazonkas. How was it the tail that was over you? Look at those old teethers she got too. Those cute little teethers. Look at that eyeball though. Look at this fucking scene, right? Look at how simple everything looks. Even the tail. And then you've got this super detailed ass eye. Just the one. Also, typos. Oh, now we're just doing this consistently. Gosh. Her hair nearly hid her eyes. Well, it hides all but one. But I caught a glimpse of her crimson eyes staring at me for a moment. Man, this girl's monochrome as hell, right? I mean, she's got that blue going on, but like her face is like brown, red. It's a little meh. Little meh. Oh no, they're gonna hold hands. She extended her arm to help me up. Her hand held mine gently. Why can't it be her hand gently held mine? Although I guess it's probably... I think it's trying to do that thing where it's like trying to set the tone in your mind instead of letting you decide for yourself. Where it's like, if you were to act this out and say it, it's like, her hand held mine. Pause gently. I feel like in writing you don't have to do that. You should probably avoid it if anything, because you're just setting a narrative tone for someone at that point. As if she were afraid of pressing too hard. You might want to, again, make it punchier, right? Like, her hand held mine gently. Try to give the impression that she's holding back, that she's afraid of hurting him, that she isn't used to humans. Like, establish that it is kind of condescending in a way, maybe? Even through her gloves, I could feel the softness of her scales. How? I could feel the softness of your flesh, but not your skin through your... I guess you could. I don't know about these gloves, though. Are these, like, specifically gloves for, like, extra traction or something? Like I don't know what fingerless gloves come in. Safi, don't pretend. I didn't realize how long we've been like that. Maybe it was only a few seconds. I feel, again, give your character some fucking character. I didn't even know how long we no. I didn't even know how long we held that pose. Honestly, it could have been a few seconds. Could have been a few hours. Thing. But suddenly, again, the text is so small for how little it's used. The box is used. Man, let's pull up the character art. Let's pull up the character art. Patreon. Oh, highlight. Gosh. Man, this disclaimer is so awkward. It contains strong language and some sensitive themes, and it's like hyper condensed instead of two separate lines. Come on, man. What's her name? Liz? No, Liz is the different girl. For some reason. Oh, gosh. Diane has one. I think that's the. Laurent. Her name is Laurent? No, that's the prince. So it is. It is. Who's MC? Oh, the main character. Diane. Really? Oh my god, her arms are so short. Gosh. Man, this character design is miserable. It's absolutely miserable. Ugh. It's only on screen for a second, so we'll just assume it's not finalized, because otherwise I have a lot to say. Oh, a lot to say anyway. She turned away and was left without a word, not even giving me a chance to thank her. Maybe I'll see her again later. Judging by her uniform, it looks like we go to the same school. I like that. It's a cute little hint of, like, that's what the uniform looks like for the girls. I would love it if it looks like that for the boys. A little gender equality of, like, well, this sucks. I sat in my hand for a few seconds before realizing I need to keep walking if I wanted to get there on time. For some reason, this story really likes to ham on that our character is late. It didn't take long for me to reach my destination. Fossilgate Institute. Now, for all the criticism I've given so far, this is a decent building. I like it. I don't know why it's overgrown, though. Is it because that's what everyone fucking does? I don't like. Don't copy everything, right? Have a reason for these details. Give it some flavor. If you're gonna go with the overgrown solar punk aesthetic, fucking ham it up, man. Live it. Live it. Breathe it. Give me that solar punk. Fossil Gate. I don't know, man. It's a bit of a lame name compared to St. Hammond and Volcano High. Unless it's supposed to be like a reference to, like, Watergate fossil scandal or something. I don't know. One of the most renowned institutes in the city. Probably because it's the only one. Either way, it's a good place. There's only one high school in town, and it has uniforms? Ew. Is that just how the... Like, here's the thing, right? You've already established this is a weird, non-normal world. Like, I don't know what to tell you. We might not even be in America at this point. But I really want to know, right? Are uniforms normal? Because our main character doesn't seem to have much of an opinion about uniforms, so clearly school uniforms are somewhat normal. A lot of people, influential dinos, that's not how you do M dashes, have graduated from him. At least according to the welcome brochure. Shouldn't that brochure mention some names then? I was a bit surprised to be chosen for the exchange program. I mean, my grades are hot dog shit, and I'm like 95% not an actual human, so, I guess I got lucky. Do you want to be here or not? Finishing my studies in a place like this could be good for my future. That bell happened before the ring, which makes this super awkward. Yeah, it happens on this Xbox, really awkward. The bell rings in the distance as I step my way to the Institute's main gate. So we've already established that clearly we've got an Inko thing going on where our protagonist's thoughts are in fact eating up actual action time. Unlike with Anon, where there is a degree of, like, it might just all be narrative from the future perspective where we're not, where Anon is the medium by which the world is experienced more than that he is an active narrator. Shit! If class has already started, check your phone, man. By the way, does this phone have like a little clock on it? No. Wow. Okay, so he sent that at 8. It took him an hour to walk here? What? Shit, if class has already started. I checked my phone. It's 8:05 a.m. 5 minutes later, my first day. What the hell? So it took him a 5-minute walk. But also, I'd like to point out I would just like to point out, one, a prestigious institute that does not in fact have a direct connection. Secondly, somewhat more importantly, how the fuck is he five? I guess that's the late bell. I guess there's a second bell. That's annoying. Like you're starting class and there's just a second bell. Ugh. Ugh. What do I know? Also, your class starts at 8:05. You have to be in class at 8 a.m. What teenager can ever handle that? I would like to point out that this means that if you live like 15 minutes from school, you have to be up at 7, right? You got to take care of everything. Jesus. I'm not saying I'm unfamiliar with the concept. I once went to a high school where it was like, I think 8:15 was like the earliest. But like 8:30 is considered the conventional starting time, at least for elementary school around here. Great, just great. You better get. Look at this back. I like that symbol though. That's a nice logo. That's a nice logo. Look at this though. It is the wall just messy, or did your Photoshop paint remove background element just not work properly? The lobby is almost empty. Schools do not have lobbies. How fancy is this place? With only a few stragglers rushing to their classrooms. My footsteps echo against the polished marble floors as I move forward, not entirely sure where I'm supposed to go. Someone was supposed to meet me at the entrance, right? And then I see her. I feel like we need to have a serious discussion about this uniform design. In that it is a disaster of a school uniform. Right? Can we just like let me okay, listen. This is a society, right? Where a large portion of the population has a tail. Why the fuck are you doing high-waisted pleated skirts? There are better, more sensible alternatives. Also, oh, holy shit, man. I need to get out my skirt length diagram. Safi, don't pull out the skirt length diagram. This is a mini skirt! You motherfucker! It might even be a micro. This is not, under any circumstance, an acceptable length for a fucking skirt. For a school uniform. Right? It doesn't even go to the knees. It goes to barely mid-thigh. You can check the cooch like this. This isn't. Can you imagine being a freshman and you're asked to wear this? Also, look at those fucking thighs bulging out like muffin tops. Could you wear something that fits your body? Everyone can tell. Wear a longer skirt, right? Wear a longer skirt to hide the awkward poking out parts. Like, you make this outfit work, okay? Make it work. Don't wear this and pretend this is fine. This isn't fine. Oh. Gosh. Also, look at those dang glasses. Ugh, you can even see that the art's not completely done because the circle pokes through the line art. Ooh. Ooh. It's not the most ethical move in the world, but in a pinch, you can hand off a cursed object to basically any baby. Concept. Someone tries this trick with a cursed hairpin or some bullshit, but the old woman spirit who inhabits the object says grows very fond of the baby. Now the parents not only have to deal with the child, with a blood-soaked, horrific specter that plays games with the baby and rocks to sleep from beyond the grave. My working title is Scary Poppins, and I accept no criticism. Sounds like a terrible way to get your kid killed. A girl is standing near the reception deck, holding a notebook with a pen tucked behind it. That's a notepad. Not is that a note? No, it's not a notepad. That's a. Fuck. I like how the first thing that comes up is notepad. It's something board. It's a something board. Shit. Notepad, notebook. Not a notebook. I'm thinking of like the clipboard. It's a clipboard. Oh, how is this so hard? How is this so dang hard? It's a clipboard. A girl is standing at the reception desk holding a clipboard with a pen tucked behind it, staring straight at me. Judging by her features, she's clearly a velociraptor. Now, I was gonna give shit for, oh, the character knows all the species, so that the people can jerk off to it or whatever. But actually, he later doesn't know the principle, and all I can say is, finally. Lighter scales, the darker coverage. My man, we can see the art, right? You don't have to describe the things that are immediately obvious on the character art. I mean, I guess for a text reader, it's nice to have like the double ups. But for the text, you don't want to describe extremely straightforward stuff. I like this, right? I like in the art, it's a bit harder to make out that our uniform is spotless. It's a bit harder to tell that our hair is perfectly styled. Those are also value judgments, so they're hard to put into art without getting a little fancy. So like this is a good line. The last one is good. The second one a bit more meh. But okay, fine. I guess screen readers and stuff. Judging by her features, she's clearly a velociraptor. Light scales with darker patterns cover her skin. There's scales, so scales cover her skin. Her hair is perfectly styled, just like a spotless uniform. This is a good line. It's just a nice line, because it uses some linking words. Before I can open my mouth to introduce myself, she moves. Why not just to open your mouth? Why don't you just say, before I can introduce myself, she moves? Why do you have to be so specific? What? 1 second, she's not Coach Solly. Coach Solly is meant to be a visual gag, if anything. Doesn't even work. I don't think Coach Solly's visual gag even works. It almost works because Inko's a doofus. But by that point, we already know Inko. 1 second, she's 6 meters away. Like, by that point, we've already had the chit-chat with Ben. The next, she's right in front of me. Again, this fucking uniform does not work. It's a micro skirt, man. Her thighs are huge. Her arms are too short. Listen, I want you to, hold up, stand up, right? Stand up with me and put your arms down your side. Where do they end? Where do your fingertips go, buddy? Almost to the knees. Do you want to know where your elbow is? Oh, shit. Draw a line, right? Your elbow is where your belly button is. Your fingers go to your knees. There. Fuck. It's not so hard. I don't like this art. Another problem I have, and this is probably way more, other than the, again, the fucking skirt is just disastrous. Also, suddenly we've lost the muffin top. More importantly, why is this whole area feeling so small, right? Like her hands are small, the little bow tie is small, her face feels scrunched up. It's something about the level of detail that's being employed compared to the size of the design. It just doesn't work to me. It just doesn't work for me. I also don't know how to feel about this, right? This, oh, I need to feel up. This shading implies that there is a downturn, right? And then it stays consistent. Where the fuck does this light come from? Is there a shadow here or... Anyway, this has been art criticism with your boy, Safi T. Crook, giving you the smackdown. Also, there should be some shading under this because the shirt's in the way. Come on, man. Mr. Dave, correct? A voice is sharp, professional, and without the slightest hint of warmth. I am Lucy, student council president. You're late. The bell rang exactly 5 minutes ago. How the fuck was it 5 minutes ago? When he was outside, it was 5 minutes ago. Shouldn't it be like 6 or 7 by this point? She checks her watch with a precise motion. I hope you have a good reason. This is quite clearly not a good first impression. And there went my opportunity. I swallow. Gosh! Her intense gaze makes me feel like I'm being evaluated. You know what I mean? Judged. Or criticized. Or analyzed. I don't think evaluated works well. And failing. I'm really sorry. I got a bit lost on the way here. It's my first day. While I am aware that today is your first day, she interrupts me before I can justify myself. That does not give you the right to break the Institute's rules. I expect a better performance from you in the future. I know I will, Miss, what was her name again? Seriously, her name is fucking Lucy. Really? We're just gonna call her the name that was used for Fang? Come on, man. What was her name again? I discreetly lower my gaze towards the nameplate pinned to a uniform, just above the chest pocket. The letters are engraved clearly. Lucy, Student Council. I try not to make it obvious that I'm reading it. Also, I don't know how to feel about the fact that these lockers are so damn shiny, it's just reflecting in it. I think I'm being subtle. Again, man. I love how you can obviously tell how the artist did this with like a little of the blur tool. But hey, I don't know. Does it really add anything to the scene, though? It's a bit distracting to give everyone this glow. I think I'm being subtle. She deliberately clears her throat. No, she's just accidentally coughing out of nowhere. I don't have to describe that. She's doing it deliberately, man. And her eyes behind the glasses tell me she knows exactly what I'm doing. Yes, you're staring at her tits, which for some reason have gotten smaller. Like, I don't know what to tell you. They look way bigger here than they do here. In fact, her anatomy looks way more reasonable now. You know, her elbow is in the right place. And since we don't see those incredible thighs that are way too big, her hands actually and arms actually look like a decent length. Also, I just want to point, I know what it is, but the protagonist feels very bulky, very chunky, compared to everyone else so far. Did they just trace it on? It's always the timing of things that come back to Tim. He's not even hiding. He's looking at him menacingly. I am baffled that Lucy is just, like, perfectly okay with this happening. Lucy, right. It won't happen again, I promise. Try to sound as sincere as possible. Are you sincere, though? It's better not. Dude, what is it with people having one eyeball? It's the second time this has happened. She adjusts her glasses with a finger. No, she's using two. You can tell she's using two. A gesture that is far more intimidating than it should be. At this academy, we do not tolerate a lack of discipline. Fossilgate has standards to uphold. Wait a minute. Is this that Watergate hotel? Well, yeah, we refurbished it for obvious reasons. She snaps a notebook shut with a definitive snap and holds it against her chest. It's a clipboard! I'll be a welcoming committee today. It's not a welcome committee, it's welcoming committee. I'll be damned, the guy's called Dave and she's a Lucy. Get the creative people. Listen, Dave, I specifically called him Dave. His default name is Nobody, with an E. No-E-body. Because, as I mentioned earlier, for some reason people didn't get that's not how that joke's supposed to work. You better keep up, we've already wasted enough time due to your tardiness. Turns around with military efficiency, a tail swishing sharply. Can I just say, on some level though, I do kind of like Lucy. As like a potential dating subject for a game like this in terms of like, cool plot, bro. More than the fucking character that picked him off the ground that is obviously meant to be a Susie stand-in. I don't know, man. The lady in the literal like title screen is less interesting than a woman that's giving this man an earful. I don't know how to feel about that. That actually makes me want to do... Can I find that? CGs, here we go. Oh shit, there's a lot of CGs in this. Man, we got art to look at. We've got some art to look at. Oh no, I think most of this comes up anyway. So it's just the full body of the lady. Again, what is up with that chest? What bra is she wearing? She starts out with military efficiency, but still swishing softly. Follow me and don't fall behind. It's gonna be a very long day. Main hallway. Breaking news, my name got stolen by a snoot character. Too many Daves and Joes these days. True. She starts by leading me through the hallways while I try to keep up with her. But then something catches my attention. Oh my god, they fucking flipped it. It's symmetrical. They mirrored it. Oh, I love that sassy move. To our left, taking up almost the entire wall, there's a massive glass display case. It's illuminated by strategically placed LEDs that make the contents shine. Trophies of all sizes. I think it would sooner make them glow than shine, but hey. Trophies of all sizes, medals hanging on red velvet, elegantly framed certificates, and photographs of smiling students holding their awards. All I see is trophies, dude. I guess the brochure wasn't lying. Hey, quite a few of these. I make a broad gesture towards the glaze. Oh wait, you're in a lot of these. I look more closely. There's everything, of course. Sports championship. I feel like the order of operations is weird because we suddenly have Lucy introducing herself, and he's already like, "No, wait, it's you." There's everything: sports championships, academic competitions, science fairs, math olympiads, and debate tournaments. Years and years of student excellence condensed into a single exhibit. Lucy's footsteps stop abruptly. I realize she's now beside me, also looking at the shelf in a different way. With pride, perhaps? I can't believe this Naomi is perfectly dateable. Ah, that. Her voice is softer than before. Not exactly friendly, just not as cutting. I feel like butt doesn't really work here. But I'm a pedant. I'm a pendant. Music's fine, though. As you probably noticed, it's a display full of student achievements. Why do you feel the need to explain that? The institution believes that placing this at the entrance will motivate students to work harder, to leave their mark on Fossilgate. Which is weird, because in Wani it's, like, explicitly the opposite. Which is fine, like, I'm not saying you have to do it that way. But I kind of like their mentality is, like, look at everything you can aspire to be. Instead of, look at how much of a loser you are right now. She pauses, adjusting her glasses. Or something like that. Personally, I think it works more as a pressure tool than a tool of inspiration. But that's just my opinion. You might have noticed that, like, her mouth is way more to the front. Like, they're not using the full beak. Also, what the fuck is this line, right? There's a line here that connects, like, the front corner of her mouth to what? What is this? This is not, like, the backside of her mouth, like the other cheek, right? It's not that. She places her hand on the glass and looks at it a few more seconds, pulling away. Thanks for putting your fucking greasy mitts on that. Someone's gonna clean that, you know? Very few people manage to be featured here, honestly. Well, if you get in, I guess I'll... Oh. What are you talking about? What are you fucking... I think her statement, right, is... it's not hard to get into the school, but the way she talks, it makes it sound like she's talking about getting a trophy. Well, if you got in, I guess it's not as complicated as it used to be. Hey! I'm an exchange student, you bitch! I'm not here for my academic performance. I'm here because of cultural reasons. What the fuck are you talking about? Wouldn't you know that? You're student council president. Out of hundreds of students who walk these doors every year, only a few manage to make a name on the shelf. It's high school! Nobody gives a flying fuck! Lucy, none of this matters. None of this. This statue... This goes too far down for how high up this circle is. The circle traces like this, which means this goes through it. She points her claw towards the up section. Oh my god, look at this gorgeous, gorgeous missing detail. What even is that? It's that, I guess. Or one of these, maybe? She points her claw to the upper section. You'd have to do something impressive and memorable enough to... These are specific trophies for specific fucking tournaments! You don't have to do something impressive or memorable. You just have to show up to the tournament and win. Dang kids, wipes the glass. Dang budget cuts, spits and wipes the glass more. Mr. Bennett gets it. I nod absent-mindedly as my eyes keep scanning the shelves, reading names and achievements. First place, National Chemistry Competition, Sarah Winters. Regional Track Champion, 202 XXX, Mark Stone. Top Academic Average, 202 XXX, Lucy Collins. I wonder if the author is planning to fill in these X's or if we're just keeping them, because it's kind of funny if you keep them. Also, we don't have a closing bracket. Wait. Top Lucy Collins, student, Christopher, student. Why? Hold up. Hold up. I'm sorry. So, let's be clear, right? First place in the National Chemistry Competition, whatever the fuck that is. I guess it's like showing chemistry knowledge or doing a cool chemistry thing. That's in there. Regional Track Champion, fair enough, that's in there. Top Academic Average, sure, that's in there. Then we have basically the same one because he's like repeating it from there. Then we have School Debate Champion. Inter-school debate tournament winner. Why the fuck is being student council president An award, prize, trophy that's in the case. You don't need to establish this. She already literally told us that she's that. Why is this? Man, I can't believe I won the local election. It's not special. Your school was going to give someone this award because someone has to win the fucking election. That's how elections work. Someone wins. It's not special. She might get a medal, right? She might get a prize, but you don't put that in the fucking school prize case. That's like saying, that's like that Obama meme where Obama gives himself a medal. It's like nobody's gonna think that's cool. Someone was gonna win that. You gave yourself a medal, school. That's not how prestige works. What the hell? I mean, I think the idea is that there's pictures there of like noteworthy events, but we don't see any of that. You could have just put up some pictures with some blurry images in it. What would be easier to draw than some of these things? I can't believe I rigged my school's elections. And you got a medal for it too. I really feel like you should put up some picture frames with blurry images in them, just to indicate that like there are pictures here. Put like a fake news article. Put a medal. It's really easy to draw those on a dime. Come on. Oh my god. Because it's mirrored, you can tell that these are slightly sloped lines. Dude, use a ruler. It's a tool in Psy and probably most drawing systems. Huh? Oh, the same name. Holy shit, dude. It's the woman next to you. Again, I don't know what it is, but the main character looks so dang bulky in that jacket. He's a big jacked man. I don't think you understand. Listen, you need to understand. There are two choices for character design. Hold up. What? Please bear with me. I need you to bear with me, okay? You can either be big pants or big jacked. And nobody is a big jacked man. Look at how big it is. I love that stupid meme. Oh. In the famous words of Fred's, I like dorky chicks too. Listen. Oh, fucking hell, man. I need to make one thing clear, right? Huge Jackman. Get Hugh Jackman out of here. I want to point out that as far as I can tell, we had the intro cinematic, right? With the hold on, let me pull out the picture. Safi is loading stuff. Please hold on. Like, we had this lady. Again, I fucking hate that uniform. Also, why does it look like she's wearing a fucking chef's outfit? I just want to point out, right? She's obviously the love interest because we start off and it's like they hold hands and it's like, oh boy. But I just want to say I kind of like Lucy. There's something about Lucy that I like. She's confident. She's got an aura of strength, but she's not necessarily that arrogant. You know? She's not like Naomi where she's insufferable. She just feels like a normal-ass fucking person who just happens to be slightly better than you. You know? I like it. And I think that it's a big problem to start off your story and immediately start off with a character and like, wow, it's Sushi from... No. Buddy. They already did a Sushi from Deltarune reference. You don't get it. Hold up. I need to pull it up. I need to pull it out. Sorry. Dicks out for Harambe, as we used to say back when I was an adult. We already did the Susie reference. We already had Susie here. And I think I barely know who that other guy is supposed to be. They're probably all references. He feels familiar on some level. Tito from Rocket Power? Susie from not Deltarune. Yeah, from Undertale. I don't know what to tell you. I just think Lucy has like a lot more going for her right out of the gate. Compared to a girl who immediately gets uncomfortable and runs away, while the main character has like no stoicism. No, my problem, Senator, is not that they have uniforms. It's that we don't establish how normal uniforms are. And somewhat more importantly, the skirts are just too fucking short, man. Also, who the fuck uses pleated skirts with high waists when most people have tails? Where are the tail accommodations for the majority dinosaur population around here? Velociraptor girl. Oh hell, they hit me. If they are Didos and different in nature, Velociraptors may be faster, Stegos may be less fragile, Strex are force in the universe. Yeah, again, most people don't do that kind of world building that I would love to see. Maybe I'll write it myself. I say that about pretty much every fucking fic that I ever come to. Anyway, the point is, I'd sooner smooch her than Diane. People are like, I need a girl that can break me in half, and all I can tell you is that's fun once. Then you're in 2 halves, and now you need someone who can break you into 4 pieces, and it just gets worse over time. Slowly, I turn my head towards the Velociraptor girl beside me, who suddenly seems very interested in examining her claws. You still haven't told me how you managed it. She won't look at me. Oh, it wasn't anything complicated. It's no big deal. Her voice sounds casual, with a hint of something else. False modesty, hidden pride. Dude, just a few achievements. Nothing special. There's a moment of silence. Just 13. She says, wait. Oh, we're actually using timing. Cool. She says it so casually, as the 13 academic and extracurricular achievements are completely normal. That's over, like, 4 years of high school. That's like, what, 3 a year? Dang. I stare at her, blinking. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. What defines the word staring? To look without blinking. Hot dog. Not that I keep count, of course. She says it way too fast. She definitely keeps count. Well, obviously. She moves with military precision. Jesus, man. He blinked through leering eyes. Maybe I'll tell you about some of them another day if you're interested. Oh my god, Lucy, are you already hitting on this man? I would love that. I would love that. A female character who's hitting on a main character, and it's not like soppy stuff. It's like, oh, hey, if you want to hang out. God, why am I seeing a much better story in lieu of what we're actually getting? How do you say in lieu? Liu. In lieu. Liuen? Wait, what? Listen, we need to learn something today.
In lieu. In lieu.
In lieu. Well, I got it right, I guess. Oh, I like, again, we don't have a Nasser character, right? And we have an obvious love interest that the story is trying to establish. And then we have this motherfucker show up, and it's like, wow, she's remarkably understanding and willing to cooperate on this. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like Ben. Like, the reason Ben was never really considered anything is because Ben is a guy, and you know they're not gay, right? Female characters having agency, not in my visual novels. A normal-ass fucking woman with some academic achievements that isn't up her own ass. Jesus. Why aren't they kissing already? Don't worry. They're all 18. Just fucking 8. Ugh. Someone posted a meme about that. About, like, they're all in high school and they're all 18. And it's like, yeah, that is a little annoying. I like high school as a setting, though. It's a situation in which a variety of people from all over the world can come together, and they have to. They can't just run away. Age is just such an annoyance, though. Like, you could say college, but college immediately limits the amount of time and the amount of forced exposure. Like, it ain't the same. She clears her throat and returns to a professional posture, straightening her back and pressing a notebook against her chest. Also, high school has this element of, like, the main characters they have something to do, but they don't really have to bother, right? Like, you don't need to delve deep. And it's not a passion subject, so you don't have to delve into that as a writer. You can just kind of fuck around. Like, it has so much empowering energy to just write the characters instead. She clears her throat and returns to a professional posture, straightening her back and pressing it up against her. She is hitting on you! No, wait, you suck at this. You literally show up to school and the first thing that happens is you get... 2 women are like, oh, you're such a handsome guy. Dude, this ain't Anon. And it ain't Inko either. But Inko's got those money bags. Good old money bags, Inko. If you're done looking, let's continue the tour. We have a lot to cover in little time. I wonder if I can leave my name there. Well, you could just write it on a post-it and slap it on. Maybe if I show them my collection of... Nah, better not. Of pornography? Are we doing the Anon likes pornography bit? Don't be like that, man. Tour of the Fossil Gate Institute. Is this our main character summarizing stuff? Because if he's gonna be sassy like that, I would prefer you start with that earlier. A few minutes pass and a whirlwind of information. Lucy guides me through the school hallways with the efficiency of a professional tour guide, or rather, a military sergeant. Ugh, let's cut it here for now. Ugh. I need a brief break and breather, because I've been at this for an hour and I'm starting to feel it in my side. I'm gonna get up and go to the bathroom. I'll be back in like a minute. I recommend that all of you do the same. sorry about that. I'm dumb. Side note. You named the main guy Dave, and apparent love interest Lucy did intentionally create. Yeah, that's unintentional. I want to point out, I'm pretty sure Lucy is not meant to be the love interest, unless this is going to be a multi-choice story. But I want to talk about something. If it's meant to be a multi-choice story, fair enough. But if not, right, let's talk about something very fun that people don't often talk about. Yeah, it doesn't mention, but considering the art and everything, I'm pretty sure that Diane is meant to be, like, the main character. Also, even though the main game is like, I'll call you nobody. If you don't give me a name, it's no. It's nowhere. So, like, what are we doing here, buddy? How does the game internally handle this, anyway? So, I want to talk about something that I haven't really mentioned earlier, or much at all. And I want to talk about the concept known as... So, you might have wondered, why am I so all over Lucy? Well, partially because Lucy is just a normal-ass human being. So far, she is like one of our normal characters. Naomi is obnoxious, right? Say what you want. Naomi is specifically written to be as obnoxious as possible, so you are not interested in her. Trish is meant to be obnoxious. She's an antagonist, so you can't be into her because she's intentionally written to be an obstacle. And there is no obvious path for Anon to date and get involved with her romantically without having to overcome that first, and there's no reason for him to bother with that. So, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, Diane. Yeah, Diane is very obviously meant because she literally has fucking stats in the game. Really? You gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so yeah, the naming section does not care. Why is it no body? Also with uppercase B. So his last name is Body? What a weird last name! God, the names that we have are Lucy, Liz, Diane, and Jenkins. Oof. We're just going there, huh? We're just going there. Just no effort. The Nomer. David is the Chrome the heck up guy. Isn't that... Don't you mean Adam Smasher? So, in Wani Gator, Liz is explicitly dating... what's his name? Damien. Mia is explicitly dating Ben. Lunara and Kiara are not major elements, and by the time they show up a second time, they are bullies so that you will never be interested in them. Naomi, not interested. Trish, not interested. You might notice how every female fucking character in these games is set up explicitly to not be an interesting person for you to care about or date. Right? You as a player are focused on Lucy, who is like the most appealing out of a bunch of assholes, and Olivia, who fucking sucks ass. Most of us would go for Liz. You know, the normal, well-adjusted human being. Whew. That's what I'm saying about Lucy, right? Is, as an adult who has some fucking standards, I'm like, you know, at least I feel like 20 years down the line, right? Me and Lucy are not going to be having massive arguments over simple things. Whereas with Olivia, it feels like you're just in for a roller coaster, whether you like it or not. And with Fang, maybe you'll get a waifu out of it, but like, come on, man, where's the fun in that? What relationship are you in? Get that out of here. So yeah, I just wanted to say, like, de-threatening your characters is important if you have a main central person. And Lucy is so not written to be de-threatenized, and we get another one later. Like, again, the main date subject, Diane, is de-emphasized in her own fucking story. What a sad sack of shit. Anyway, it's the tour of the Foskett Institute. The next few minutes pass in a world of information. Lucy guides me through the school hallways with the efficiency of a professional tour guide, or rather, a military sergeant giving orders to a new recruit. This is the second time the story has explicitly used military doctrine terms to describe her. Or twice, third or fourth if you really want to. So yeah, Lucy, she's got her shit together. First floor restrooms here. Always keep them clean after use. The second floor ones are more spacious if you prefer privacy. Cafeteria lunch is served from noon to 1:30 p.m. Food is decent, though I recommend avoiding the Tuesday food. Trust me. Okay, this is a nitpick, right? This is a nitpick, but this is the kind of stuff that is really bothering me about the writing in this so far. Lucy is described as strict, professional, a little loose, right? Like she's a little willing to have a little fun without she lies about counting her achievements. Lucy would not say trust me. I just know Lucy. She does not seem like the kind of person on a first meeting in a professional situations to say trust me. Trust me? No. Lucy, in what we know of her so far, would just say, I recommend avoiding the Thursday stew. And that's it. And when he asks, when Noe is like, are you sure? Then she says, trust me. Or she can even be accusatory, be like, what, don't you trust me? Do I look like I'd lie to you? I'm student council president. She should be responding with righteous indignation about the fact that Noe is doubting her advice, you know? Instead of, it's kind of loosey-goosey stuff. 1.5 hour. Yeah, school lunch is 1.5 hours, buddy. You get to wine and dine. Oh, man. What the hell would I do with 1.5 hours of school lunch? Main gymnasium. There's a secondary one in the East Wing, but that's primarily for sports teams. This building was constructed in 19XXX, renovated in 202XXX after an Ankylosaurus incident while doing practice. I'm sorry, we don't get to enjoy this. I want you to look at these two dates. The author very clearly probably intended to go with 1909 XXX. So, if you do the math, right, assuming the most narrow time span possible of it being 19,999 years, and the earliest possible date being 202,000, because we have that, there is a time difference between these two dates of 182,000 years. What? How old is this building? It's obviously meant to be like a decade or 3 old, but even that's like, you might want to start considering renovating. It's like the author forgot that this has 3 numbers in it before it has the 3 X's, and this has 2 numbers in it. Like, come on, man, pay attention. Pay attention. I know I'm being an asshole, but that's because I care. The voice continues. It's a constant stream of data. Yes! Oh my fucking god. Do you not understand that data is a plural of datum, which is a date? Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, apparently it's not. No, wait, it is. A datum, a piece of information, a fixed starting point. Yeah, I guess fair enough. Fine, Safi's being dumb again. Although, names and regulations. I try to observe everything. How the fuck did you... I mean, I guess it's an exchange program, so of course you would get in here despite being a big bingus. Professor Jenkins is strict. Professor Jenkins, strict with assignments. Professor Reeves, kind but demanding. Library on the 3rd floor. Science labs in the north wing. No running in the halls. No eating outside of designated areas. No, you have 1.5 hours of lunch. Why are you eating outside of designated areas? Finally, after what feels like an informational marathon, we stop in front of a dark wooden door with a golden plaque that reads, Principal Laurent Miller. Why can't she just be Lauren? Why does she have to be Laurent Miller? Thank Jesus Raptor. We do not have Raptor Jesus. We have Jesus Raptor in this house. Also, there's something wrong with this art. Why is she so fucking short? It's implied she's the same height. She is explicitly not that... she's that short. I guess she is looking down. Ugh, but it's like... Look, they're not... You didn't scale your art. She's the same height. And even here, it's like... He's leaning forward. She's the same height as him. Why is she like a fucking foot shorter now? You know you want to poop that snip, though. Lucy turns to me, her expression returning to the professional mask she wore when we first met. Alright, this is where the tour ends. Principal Laurent will receive you to finish the paperwork for your enrollment. I expect you to follow the rules from now on, Noe. Or I'll come for you. She pauses, and for a moment... Oh, my... First off, uppercase after a comma. But more importantly, everyone, we got it. We've got the fanfic trifecta. People pausing for a moment and smiling. Ah. Honestly, just removing any one of those three would work way better. Like, just say that she pauses and gives me a smile that doesn't seem friendly at all. That's all you need. She has an award for changing her height. Get this shapeshifter ass out of here. Just pick a fucking character. Don't have 20 in your cal. No, I'm a system. I got 20 people in my head. That's not the same. That's not the same as you being a little, oh, I'm going to have 20 characters. I'm not going to tell you which one I'm using today. Good luck guessing my avatar and per username. Gotta keep a chat open with this asshole 24/7, because the second I close it, I'll forget who he is. Life just isn't meant for this. Next time you're late, we'll kiss! Her voice drops an octave. How could you fucking tell? Almost threatening. There won't be a next time. Why is that little dot here? There's like a little dot here. A little dot. She's got a freckle in her hair. Also, she's got freckles! I swallow and nod. Love triangle check. Pregnant paw. Pregnant paw. Don't call them pregnant. Call them loaded, please. Check. Uninteresting MC. Yeah, listen. Hold up. I need to make this clear, right? I need to make this clear. Anon, interesting, dynamic, asshole, hate the fucker, hope he dies. Perfect. As like a main character to shake things up. Inko, fucking loser, little naive. You kind of want him to get into trouble just so that he gets his ass kicked? So fine. I know nothing about Noe, and like all we know is that he's not the best student. His parents are, like, not interested. His mom isn't. Does he have a dad? What is his socioeconomic status? Is this exchange program something his family can afford? Are they happy to not pay for it? Like, there's so much information missing. And he's not interesting. He's just nobody. And if we're doing, like, a set protagonist with a set date character, right? You can't have it be vague, right? All I'm saying is that, like... Maybe you don't need Diane in your life, but a Lucy, man. Just someone to kick your ass until you do something. Brigante. Oh, of course I understood. I pause. Then add. Man, look at this incredible... Like, I get it, right? Developer art and all that. But I just love how they're static in front of this fucking door. And it looks so small. What a tiny-ass door. Like, look at where the knees are and where, like, the door floor begins, right? This door is fucking tiny. Like, push them up a little and you'll see what I mean. And thanks for the tour, I mean. I know you probably didn't want to spend your morning guiding the new student who arrived late, but I appreciate it. Just kiss already! Lucy blinks, clearly not expecting that. For a moment, her expression softens, just a bit, barely noticeable, before returning to her usual composure. Lucy, you were the one who asked him, hey, do you want to ask about my other achievements, buddy? Listen. Lucy, you literally were the one to be like, hey, do you want to talk about me being cool? Like a date? And now you're being all tsundere. Ugh. Also, the Protec outlook by Marco from Fear and Hunger, too! Get... Senator, what? It's like, I just know, right? I just fucking know when it's something the Senator said instead of anyone else. I have a fourth sense for this. Safi, shouldn't it be a sixth sense? Listen, we don't talk about the two missing senses. We don't talk about it. But what I mean is, like, I do see what you mean. I do see what you mean. He does. Oh my god, he does. If he gets into a fighting posture like he's fucking Dorian from Punch Drunk Gator, I will lose my shit. In fact, I might just lose my shit on principle. Man, I'm so sad the Punch Drunk hasn't updated yet. I wanted to update. I clinked to my computer screen. Update already, please. I'm just a little man. I just want him to kiss. If we get... Oh, there's twice as many female as male dinosaurs because that's how our sex chromosomes split. That's why women want you. I'll have a bingo. I want to know what your bingo sheet is, Bennett. Show me your bingo sheet, Bennett. Oh my god. Listen, wouldn't there just be more gay women then? It's just like, ugh, men. They're such a hassle. And then they just start making out. That's just how that works, right? And someone says, Safi, life is not a pornography. I'm like, I'm not talking about porno. I'm talking about a healthy friendship with some solid physical barriers in place. You're the one who's making it weird. That's all she said. There's something different in the tone, less cold, almost satisfied. Holy fucking shit, you've known each other for like an hour. And you're already having more chemistry than anyone else. Why is this the first person that our main character hangs out with? Again, Naomi does not work. And Nasser does not work. Ben is a man, and Inko is straight. It does not make sense. Like, honestly, I would have loved it if Ben was like, I'm gay, actually, and Mia is my beard, you know? And I was interested in you, Inko. That'd be great. But, like, a lot of the... Before we ever see Olivia, right? Like, Olivia... Fucking hell. How to explain this? I know that in Snoot Game, the first character we really see is... Well, other than the main character, is Lucy. But we only see her, she doesn't talk. It is Naomi who talks first, and in the other one, it is Ben who talks first. Again, non-threatening characters. Our main introduction is with a character we're obviously just supposed to see as like a side element. But like, come on, man. I was simply fulfilling my duties as member of the council, nothing more. Still better than Dancing Towards Tomorrow, because that's just almost a one-on-one creation of the Wani demo. Hold up. What the fuck are you talking about? Hold up. You made the fatal mistake of piquing my interest. Oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? Starring a snake love interest, just released the demo. She kind of looks like a mouse because of the hood. Oh man, the art for this is looking all... it's a bit flat. What is this fucking first picture? Oh, we got called Dira High School. Wow, this looks a lot more generic furry stuff. Oh god, the art's going places. Wow, this art's going places. Like, there's an element of character to add on that this is not capturing. Holy shit. Woof. Actions will determine your friendship. What ending will you get? Apparently, you'll get Wani. What is that ugly as fuck human, though? Can't help having... It's not the nose that does it. Like, there's something about his head shape that doesn't work. Oh my god. I'm saying this as nicely as possible. The art could use a second pass. Yeah, someone's like, you got too detailed. Now, the problem is he's too detailed for a human without also having, like, his own facial features, right? The thing with Anon is you want to have... It looks human enough to register in your brain, but not human enough that it's a distinct character. Like, part of it is that he looks like nobody. There's a reason why Inko wears glasses. Also, the eyebrows are not helping. They make him look like an old fart. Just kiss Lucy already, my man. Jeez, look, again, that fucking skirt. What is going... Look, listen. Right? Let's get this out of the way. Assuming these two motherfuckers are, like, equivalent height, and they do seem to be so. His crotch is down here. Her crotch is here. This is a micro skirt. Micro skirt. This, I don't see how this would ever pass any inspection. Unless the dinosaurs are just like that. And at that point, why are they even wearing skirts like this at all? Why not just go with pants at that point? Oh. Take me with you. What is take me with you? If you people could just shut the hell up about Fix and not give me like a immediate context to find it, okay? Like, goddamn, dude. Let's see. Oh, it's another fan game. Apparently they needed help a year ago. Oh wait, I think I've seen this one come by. Man, that's a cute main character at least. Oh, it's Tate. Oh my fucking god, that name. Gene Arel. Hey, at least he's got a normal first name. Oh. 2026. Well, at least it's honest about its release date. Now we got Taylor. Fuckle High? Fuckle High? Stood out as a rabbit raptor. You know, I kind of like what they're doing here. I kind of like the presentation of these little tidbits they got. However, the last update appears to be December 2025, fair enough. But, like, the updates get a little September, May. Either these people are, like, knuckle down. Shit. Moira, she looks so cute, but that's mostly the sweater, honestly. It's the jacket that does it. Then we got a long-necked Sid. That's neat. I like it. They got a demo? I'm not downloading a demo. I like what they got going for him, though. Again, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it one more time. Inko and Wani. Inko and Anon have really decent introductions. They get the job done. This does not. Blind date. Senator just won't let me sit down. I'm not allowed to stop. 1 week ago. I don't know how to feel about the fact that Blind Date is out now, and like the art they use on the Discord post is a blind woman looking at the camera. And appears to be nude. Don't know how to feel about that. That's a little odd. A mod for the beloved blah 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 follows the story of Bianca and Nico stuck in their own world trying to fulfill their desires. Several years after the main game, plays Nico, an avid skateboarder, trying to find no social circle at senior high. Also that he is able to become popular for the next Rory Hawk. I mean, hey, they got some fucking characters going for it. They got an idea. Can I download it on the 1E page? That reminds me, how is Esther Season doing? That was a cute little mod. What the hell is this little star? Nick and Denova. Listen, man, I don't want to hear another person do their shitty ass Nick as a woman take. Get that shit out of here. It's boring. It's lame. It's weak. Movie nights with Mia. Want to build that gator? What if Wani but without Inko? Someone from down under. That is extraordinarily ambitious, and I hope that you learn from your mistakes. Waiting for the bus. Esther Season. Any updates here? Currently on hiatus. Wah, wah. Well, remind me of him later, because I will forget. In fact, I will commence forgetting right now. Also, I would like to point out, I don't like how everyone flashes whenever they load in the new character art. You need to figure out how they did that cool crossfade in Wani and Snoot where it looks a little more subtle. Well, I think the way they did it is they just keep the art in place until they've done fading. Right? They instantiate the fade, keep the art there, and then when the fade is done, they get rid of the old one. That way the transparency stays somewhat stable. As I turn to knock on the door, I remember that I forgot to ask Lucy about my class schedule. But when I turn around again, she's gone. You should do that while this picture is up. Like, come on, man, little details. Look at this hallway that goes nowhere, because there's no way in hell there's actually anything else there. Also, what is this fucking perspective? This is going up like this. Like, the horizon is somewhere up here, right? The horizon is somewhere up here, like, beyond the window. Where the fuck are these trees? Hey, there's actually something I forgot to... He's already commented that she's gone, and he asks anyway. I look down both sides of the hallway, including that dead end. Nothing. Not a sound. Not even the echo of footsteps. How the hell... I guess it's something I have to get used to. I sigh, shaking my head. Why not just I sigh? Why do you have to mention the head shaking? I'm definitely going to need to get used to this place. No! Get this Super Mario ass out of here! Was that a fucking... Decide not to waste any more time, I turn back to the door and raise my fist and knock. This guy starts his sound effects too early. Immediately a commotion from inside. Something hits the floor. Thump, followed by... No, why not thump and say something heavy hits the floor? Followed by the sound of paper fluttering. There was definitely someone... Sounds like someone to their breath. Fuck, 1 minute. His voice is surprisingly young and casual for a principal. I stand there, unsure whatever I should ask everything okay, or just pretend I didn't hear anything. Quite a few sound effects, though. That one cut off early. So you need a sound engineer, man. Someone with a fancy degree and a big hat. Not a big pant or a big jacket. Just a big hat. Man, I love Big Hat. I love Big Hat, okay? You want to know why I like Big Hat? Hold up. I don't think you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the world-famous My Little Pony character, Big Hat. You're gonna see her and you're gonna go, yeah, I understand why you love this character so much, Safi. What an artisanal character design. It's Big Hat. My hat sure is big. What more do you need to know? I talk about evocative, strong characters. There you go. Needs those any sound effects. Hell yeah. Senator, that's... for once in your life, Senator, that was a great idea. You sold me. Hold on, I need to talk to someone about options. Functions, sorry. I need to find numeric bonuses, Shieldmaster. I need to tell him about Shieldmaster so he can make a stupid shield build. Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. That's right, Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Sorry, I only know the one that's in Dutch. Because take a guess what aired on my TV. Admittedly, they kept the gag mostly in place. The guy does, like, say it very quickly. The sound of a drawer being slammed shut echoes through the wooden door, so that I can almost feel the vibration. Then there's silence. A long, awkward silence. Again, what the fuck did the parentheses mean? Finally, an exasperated throat clearing. Another pause. Come in. Well, here goes. This is great. What is this? What's this fucking XCOM ass music? There we go. I was about to turn on some XCOM music from Terror from the Deep. Look at this picture! I love it! Ah! This is all I need. Right? Uncertain, I turn the handle and slowly open the door, poking my head in before stepping inside completely. God, I love this awkward angle on the... Oh, that's a bit loud, sorry. Behind the desk, an enormous Jesus Christ. How is this an M-dash interruption? This is just a whole separate fucking sentence. An enormous polished mahogany desk covered in papers. It appears to be... Oh wait, let me try to rephrase this for you. First off, between me and... Oh wait, no. In front of me is a large desk. Polished mahogany, covered in papers, folders, and appear to be spilled coffee. Enormous at that. Behind it, she is sitting down in the art. Come on, the art text consistency is very wishy-washy. Some kind of triceratops, judging by the horns. I love this, okay? I get so mad when every fucking fic is like, this is the species. I'm like, bitch, how the hell does everyone know this? She looks at me for a moment, as if trying to recognize me. Wait a minute, are you a terrorist? You're not supposed to be here. Then she smiles. A wide, friendly smile that hides her exhausted expression. It's fucking Scalar again. Except her name is Lawrence. Okay, I need to... Again. Why is her skirt vacuum sealed to her crotch? Why are her arms so damn short? Look at this! Look at her arms compared to his! Even his are too short because, again, they go down to the knees. Or, like, end of your thighs. But, like, come on! What is happening here? Also, what is this song? Also, she's cross-eyed. Come on, man! On the plus side, unlike with, Lucy, this actually works. You know, I don't want to listen to this music anymore. I think I want to pull up the XCOM song. Let's see. Battlescape. Was I thinking of TFT again? Maybe I was thinking of Terror from the Deep. Excuse me. I wouldn't want to undersell this. There we go. That's the song I was looking for. Ah, Mr. Dave. No, we gotta go for something useful. Hi, Mr. Dave. Her voice is warm, almost overly enthusiastic. Why not say that her voice is enthusiastic? Almost. Come on, man. Her voice is a little too enthusiastic, but warm. I wish I had a shrink wrap skirt. It's so tight. Why? It's like going in between her legs. I hope you were warmly welcomed to our institution. Immediately, Lucy's image pops into my mind, talking faster than I can run and basically threatening me with an unspecified consequence. That's because she just wants to kiss. Warm and welcoming aren't exactly the words I'd use. Well, she's warm. You just described her as such. Yeah, Lucy made sure I adapted. I pause, choosing my words carefully. Quickly. Very quickly. In every sense of the word. Principal Lawrence laughs. No space. A melodic sound that fills the... Okay. Principal Lawrence laughs, a melodic sound that fills the office. I'm glad to hear that. She leans forward in her chair, her hands clasped arms at the desk. A tail swishes slightly behind her.
At our school, we take great pride in hospitality and camaraderie of our students.
So people can see your parts in public. It's for perverts, both kinds. She's a principal! Her smile widens.
But listen to me rambling as always. Where are my manners?
She stands up and walks towards me, extending a hand in greeting. He did it! He closed the deal! They closed the deal! We did it! We won the video game! I think. Getting PTSD of sectoids beaming my rookie. These are not sectoids. These are aquatoids. It's TFTD. You dingus.
I am Principal Lord Miller. It's a true pleasure to welcome you to our academy.
She pauses. I think I'm going to make it mandatory that I take a 5-second pause whenever a fic mentions that things pause. Her eyes drift downward towards her other hand. We notice something written in a palm in ink. Man, these horns are distracting as hell. I discreetly squint, trying to read what it says. Looks like a name? Is she reading notes written on a hand? I mean, extremely brave artist draws exclusively hand. Looks terrible, as expected, but I admire her bravery. She stares at a palm for a moment. That feels far too long, her eyes narrowing as she's deciphering her own handwriting. Wait, does she have to... She's the little fucking pouty face! Also, a harsh black shadow shouldn't... Try to avoid that. It does not work with these colored lines.
Fossilgate.
She says with renewed enthusiasm as if she just remembered something important. Man, Trish is so proud of herself.
Of course, the Fossilgate Institution. Our prestigious Fossilgate Institution. Fossilgate.
She quickly closes her hand and extends to me again, a smile never faltering. Wait, did she just forget the name of the place where she works? Well, she's new, you know, she's a rookie. I try to keep my expression neutral as I grasp Chick a hand. The grip is firm and professional. She releases my hand. No, if you want to get something that kills your rookies, there you go. Oh, no, I'm on 40. I need to speak lower. Yeah, it does sound like a controversy about dinosaurs. Man, Watergate Hotel sure went places, huh? She releases my hand and walks back behind her desk with a fluid grace that contrasts what I heard earlier.
In any case, your enrollment paperwork has already been completed and processed. Your uniform is here.
She gestures towards a cloth bag hanging from on a coat rack near the door.
Along with your class schedule, required books, campus map, and your...
Campus is reserved for universities and colleges. This is a high school, you weirdo.
And your student ID.
What fucking high school has a student ID? I guess one that has uniforms? But that implies that he went past the doorman. Why wasn't he greeted at the door by the doorman? She sits down, organizing some papers on her desk.
I think that's all. I don't want to make you late for class. Here, let me write you a note for your teacher.
No, little Jemmy, I just got out of the character edit screen. You're gonna be my medic. Anyone can be your medic if you just dream. And I'm gonna take a bite of my sandwich. Delicious. There we go. She hands me a small note.
Do you have any questions, concerns, worries, existential complaints about the nature of modern education?
No? No, nothing right now, Principal. That's all. Thank you for your time.
Excellent.
Her blue eyes shine with genuine enthusiasm.
I expect great things from you, Mr. Dave. I've been told that if you had hair, it would be blonde, which means that you can be part of the proud Aryan race.
What?
I know you'll make history here at Fossilgate as our first human student. I tried my damnedest to keep you out, but, you know, new principals make it very difficult to get that kind of political clout. I'm very excited to see what you'll accomplish.
What is he going to accomplish? Is this your true self, DS2? Like, I want to point out, we don't know what the fuck our main character even wants to do. What does Noe want to get up to? She leans forward, a smile becoming warmer, almost maternal. Did you write this with fucking AI?
And remember, my office will always be open to you.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
If anything, if you need anything, advice, help, or just someone to talk to, don't hesitate to come by literally anytime.
She pauses. Maybe not during lunch. I get grumpy if someone interrupts me while I'm eating. You don't have to explain the joke. And now, with a genuine smile, feeling calmer than I walked in, I came to the mind, thank you, Principal Lawrence Miller. Welcome to Go Grab a Clack Clock Backs, everything expected. I can feel the weight of the uniform, the books, and everything else inside. What a big bag.
Have an excellent first day.
You say goodbye, leave the office, closing door behind me. The director really is something else. Hallways. On the way to the restrooms. Again, I don't think the bold text in this works very well. Terrible typeface. Looks awful. Anyway, we can... Back in the empty hallway, I stopped for a moment to reorganize my things. The bag is packed. Uniform schedule, campus maps, textbooks, and student ID. And now, I need to find a place to change. Try to recall Lucy's lightning-fast tour from... How long ago was it? 30 minutes? It was like hours. First floor restrooms. Said they were this way, I think. I walk down the hallway, following the signs on the walls until I see the universal symbol for the men's room. It's a penis. Men's restroom, first floor. I like how it keeps telling us what we're in. Hey, at least seems like a private school with uniforms and stuff. Lunch might not be a riot. Yeah, if only because the uniforms will get torn up, and man, they're gonna get an earful if that happens too often. I push the door open and step inside. The restroom is completely empty. The silence is almost deafening after the chaos of the morning. What are you talking about? You were late. I can only hear the occasional drip from a faucet and the soft hum of the fluorescent light overhead. Which fucking lights? There are none in this picture. Of course, everyone's in class. I checked my phone, 8:47 a.m. At least I got the privacy to change. I guess being late has perks. I step into one of the... You're supposed to put on the uniform before you show up, buddy. I step into one of the largest stalls at the end, hanging the bag on the hook of the door. Man, people can just see your butt if they look carefully. I carefully take out the uniform. Gray pants, white shirt, red tie, with the fossil gray crest broidered on it and a blue blazer. Alright, let's see how complicated this is. Turns out it's pretty complicated. The pants are easy, the shirt too, but the tie... Damn, tie is my personal nemesis. Get ready. A sectoid just mind-controlled your heavy. Two mutons, a thin man and a floater, just combined pods to screw with you and your rookie is panicking. There are no pods in the first XCOM. Jesus, man, you people are unbelievably... Ugh. Get out of here, you modern newbies. Play it like a man. I tried trying it 3 times, but all 3 times it looked like an octopus tried to strangle me. Hold up. What's that game called again? Octodad? Octodad, Deadliest Catch. Did that game ever get a... That game is over 12 years old. Or, well, about... Yeah, it's over 12 years old. Fuck me. I mean, it was a fun game. I thought it was cute. Very much a product of its era, but you know. Not everything's got to be amazing. The tie is my nemesis. It sometimes says stars slowly. Where did I get that expression from? Anyway. Why do ties have to be so complicated? Who invented this shit? Rich people with too much fucking time and trying so hard to feel fancy. It's all exclusionary politics, man. Finally, after checking out a quick tutorial on my phone, I managed something that looks vaguely like a Windsor knot. It's not perfect, but it'll do. I put on the blazer, adjust the shoulders, and step out of the stall. I walk towards the mirror above the... I walk towards the mirrors above the sink. Above the sinks. It's looking at my reflection. Stand there for a few moments just staring at myself. Standing here, I'm standing here. The uniform fit's okay, I think. A bit too formal for my taste. But I don't look ridiculous, right? The shirt is neatly pressed. The blazer fits my shoulders decently, and the tie... Well, the tie is there, fulfilling its basic purpose of existing. The hell was I expecting? Just at a time, one more time, though honestly doesn't make much of a difference. I like how the main character doesn't seem to give a shit about a uniform. Again, are uniforms normal in this world or not? Like, the main character seems to have very little to say that matters. I guess this will have to do. Not bad, bro. You look good. Oh, thanks. You know the size kid... I freeze. My eyes widen. Turning slowly, very slowly, I face the source of the voice. Wait. Holy shit, we're using all 3 lines. Someone else in the restroom. How come I didn't see it? Oh man, it's Lucy, and she's off hours. How come I didn't see her? Wait, why didn't they say anything earlier? Oh. Listen, I brought this up earlier, and I'm going to bring it up as many times as necessary. Her. They. Her. They. Why are so many writers doing this, right? They don't... You start with the gender-neutral version, and later you ascribe a gender. You don't start with a gender pronoun and then switch back, unless you're, like, trying to cover your ass. I mean, I get it, but it's weird for him to do it on his own. It's not someone telling him to do this differently, so why wouldn't he just stick with it? But that's not what surprises me the most. It's the fact that this is the 4th fucking woman I've seen this day with big bazongas. Why does every woman here have big bazongas? Would it kill you people to not have chest pain? Back pain. It's not what surprises me the most. No. What surprises me most who it is. I love how he's in the corner. Oh, man. Again, there are a couple of problems that I have with this. One, she's wearing the blazer around herself. But that's not how the blazer works, right? That's a separate jacket. Secondly, I'm pretty sure that Diane wears the jacket the same way. Which is a little lame. No. Diane does not tie it around her chest, waist, whatever. What's with all the other shirts button holding on? He's the true American hero. I'm going to talk about something else in a moment. But for now, know that I am... Oh, it's another random speck. Lucy! My voice comes out higher than I expected, echoing off the tiled walls. She's wearing 1 sock. Her thighs are not insanely massive. And her shadow is more... Like, this art feels more finished, even if it's a bit sloppy around the muzzle. But I like most of it. I still feel like... This is a problem with shoulders in general, right? One of her shoulders is facing us because she is in 3/4 profile, so one shoulder has to be, like, a little more forward, and one has to be a little more back, because that's how the chest works out, right? That's how your rib cage works. But I think it's time to point out, other than the fact that, again, microskirt, her crotch is right here, right? The tail comes in, the crotch is right here, which is like, what is the skirt fucking doing? Secondly, she's wearing 1 sock. Thirdly, why aren't the women wearing ties and blazers? Why are the women wearing this extremely skimpy outfit, and this motherfucker is walking around in proper slacks? It's so fucking stupid. Listen, I'm just a bit of a fashionista from time to time. I have big opinions, and I get mad easily. I'm very angry. Mad. What are you doing in the men's room? Velociraptor girl, who is definitely not Lucy. Why is this the second line? Say, the Velociraptor girl, now that I look a little closer, she's definitely not Lucy. The Velociraptor girl raises her hands in surrender. A relaxed smile on her face. Again, did fucking AI write this? Because that's such a fucking AI line. Like, raise his hand in surrender. Or in defense, I think it does more often. But, like, why would she do that? That's so dramatic. But that's probably the character. It'd be great. Lucy? Nah, man. She's my sister. I'm Liz. So, can I just point out, we have Liz and Lucy. I get that they're twins, but like those are both names from Wani and Snoot. Could you not name central cast after other games like that? Her voice is completely different from Lucy's. More casual, more laid back, with a carefree tone that contrasts entirely with her sister's military precision. Again, Mia and Naomi theory. But wait, what do you mean this is the men's bathroom? She blinks, genuinely confused. Liz turns towards the entrance door, squinting to read the sign hanging outside. How the fuck can you look at the door and read the sign on the outside? Rita's a cop-out. You accept Rita as they are and make out with them meat and all. Hot dang. Boy wife just coming out swinging. There's a moment of silence. As she processes the information. Oh, fuck. She scratches the back of her head, not looking particularly bothered. Holy shit, it's a woman that's, like, cutting back instead of either being sexy or trying too hard. Wow. Look at those eyes, though. Whoops. I messed up again. My bad, bro. Again. Does that mean this has happened before? By the way, I do love the whole smoke coming out of the frame thing. That's cute. In this close-up. You kind of get the sense that it's not really something, you know, she knows. Also, that cigarette looks fucking tiny. Now the initial shock is wearing off, I can look at her more closely. Stop looking at everyone! Where Lucy keeps her hair tied back, Liz wears them more loose and messily, falling over her shoulders in a careless way. I appreciate that we have compared these two pretty much every sentence. Like, you are just tying her to Lucy in every way. Whereas Lucy's uniform is immaculate, Liz is relaxed. The top two buttons of her shirt are undone, and her blazer is currently tied around her waist. Where the fuck is Lucy's blazer? But the most noticeable thing is her expression. Lucy is all seriousness and professionalism. Liz has a lazy, easygoing smile, like nothing in the world could bother her. It's like two opposite versions of the same person. Liz slips her hand out of her blazer pocket and pulls out a crumpled pack of cigarettes. With practiced movement, she takes one out, puts it between her lips, and produces a lighter. Didn't she already have one lit? We just had her smoke. Click. The flame appears, and she lights a cigarette with the ease someone who's done it 1,000 times. You already mentioned that these movements are practiced, man. But I get it. She takes a deep drag, smoke rising towards the fluorescent light. How the fuck are the smoke detectors not going off? Is she smoking? Is she smoking in the school bathroom during class hours under the smoke detector? She exhales slowly, then focuses attention back on me. Her eyes study me with less curiosity. No, man, we don't have any smoke detectors in this building. What if there's a fire? I think we'll just die or something. Want one? She extends the pack out towards me, giving a smaller shake as the cigarette sticks in. I stare at the pack, then at her, then back at the pack. Is she offering me a cig? You get a point for this, but it doesn't matter. Where do you think the beeping's coming from? I look at the pack extended towards me, then back at Liz. No, definitely not. No thanks, I appreciate the offer, but I think I'll pass. Liz narrows her eyes, and for a moment expression turns serious. Oh, is that how this is? Take a drag from the cigarette, smoke slowly leaving her mouth. You think you're too good to smoke in a school bathroom, though, kid? Too pure, too proper? You're just like, man, I'm never gonna give any blowjobs in the glory holes in the last stall at 3 a.m. Who the hell would be at school at 3 p.m.? Come on, stick with the program. Leave the ceiling bird alone, it must sing! tone is flat, almost accusatory. A swallow, feeling the tension in there. No, that's not what I meant. I just... easy. I'm just messing with you. Seriously, bro, either way, you shouldn't smoke. It's bad for your health, you know? Takes a deep drag of a cigarette as she says that, completely out of unconditional. I think she knows exactly what she's doing, man. Why do you have to be so dismissive? It's like Lucy's allowed to be her own woman, but the second she's a pothead, it's like, no, she cannot be responsible for her own actions. Liz puts out a cigarette in the sink, water washing down the ashes, and that's not how... She turns towards me, leaving the sink with her arms crossed. Her posture looked completely relaxed. No, she has them up behind her head in an improper way. Like, where the fuck are her arms? So what's your name, dude? Dave. My name is Dave. Nice to meet you, Dave. Like I said before, I'm Liz. She straightens up, striking a dramatic pose with her arms spread wide. My buddies call me Liz, but you can call me Liz. She grins widely. Get it? I can't help but smile at the dumb human. You have a smiling sprite. Why aren't you using it? Sounds advising that this girl's Lucy's sister. I mean, Lucy is infinitely more dateable, given that she actually takes proper care of her body, but whatever. Same here, Liz. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah, you've got a smiling sprite. When do you use that? And surprisingly, I mean it. There's something genuinely likable about Liz. Alright. You got good vibes, man. Pushes up away from the sink, stretching. Should probably go before... The cell phone vibrates violently in a pocket, interrupting her. Hey, Liz, do you know what a cigarette is called in Britain? Get this man out of here! The sound is loud, insistent, and almost aggressive in its intensity. Liz pulls out her phone, looks at the screen, and expression changes instantly. Her eyes widen, and a relaxed smile disappears. Oh, fuck. She noticed. Well, the smoke alarm has been going off for 5 minutes. Who noticed, Lucy? I like how this man is late and he just keeps finding opportunities to get himself distracted. Before I can ask, listens to the call. The phone immediately explodes at sound.
Liz Collins, you better not be smoking again in the men's room or I swear I'll lick your butt!
Liz abruptly hangs up on the call and the sudden silence is everything is fucking deafening to this man. Are you deaf? Need to get your ears checked? My ears are ringing. Yeah, that's definitely my cue to leave. She slips the phone back into a pocket, still vibrating with the incoming calls that she's deliberately ignoring. Well, you can come sit with us as lunch if you want, since you don't want to do shit to the others. Uses the glowing glasses from Akira. Hell yeah. Yeah, oh, that's nice. A warm feeling spreads throughout my face. Everything is so fucking warm in this. Everything is described as warm. The warm presence, warm smile. Maybe this place won't be so bad after all. Alright, I'll keep it in mind. Thanks, Liz. My smile is genuine. Again! Stop! Without awkwardness or nerves. Liz extends the fist towards me, waiting. Fist bump? I look up for a sec. Ugh, that's a decent looking fist bump. Fist bump. Would you be cigarette in Britain? Man, if it turns out she's a guy, I'm on board with that. Hell yeah. It's a simple gesture, but it feels meaningful somehow. See you at lunch, Dave. Don't be late. Don't be a stranger. She winks and turns out towards the door with the same carefree. She's fucking gone now, I guess. Anyway, just like that, she's gone. I never saw her again. I guess she died on the way to class. Warm bathroom glory holes. Listen, all I've got to say, right, is if you're at a glory hole and the silence is deafening, something has gone wrong. Stand there for a moment, processing everything that just happened. That was something. I checked my phone. This man's been standing for 15 fucking minutes. Shit, almost missed the entirety of first class. I quickly gather my things, my old clothes, back materials, backpack, reorganize as best as I can. I stuff my old clothes in a cloth bag, sling my backpack over my shoulder, and check the schedule President Lawrence gave me. World History with Professor Jenkins. From 8:15 a.m. to 9:30. Wait! I thought fucking classes started at 8 because you were 5 minutes late at 8:05. What the fuck were you doing in 15 minutes at school? Second floor, east hallway, if I remember correctly. Why is this a location if we're just going to get this descriptive text? They're empty now, just the murmur of teachers lecturing and clown stairs. I reach room 2B, or not 2B, and stop in front of the door. I can hear an older man's voice on the inside talking about the Industrial Revolution, I think? My hand rests on the doorknob. Man, I love this developer art. Here we go. Aw, shit. Here we go again. I take a deep breath. Open the door. As I open the classroom door, the chatter fell silent. Everyone turned to look at me. Shit, this is awkward. Look, it's the final sprite. The teacher was the first to break the silence, fixing me with a stern look. You must be the new student, Mr. Dave, right? I simply nodded and walked over and handed the note the principal gave me. He looked at me with the same stern expression before letting out a sigh. Very well, go take a seat, all right. Am I supposed to introduce myself or something? Son, class ends. How the fuck did you take... It was 9:07! How did it take you 10 minutes to get here? You're supposed to knock first. Oh, fair enough. He has no manners. Is that Grandpa from the Boondocks? Well, doesn't look like he wants to keep talking, so I guess I'll leave it at that. I started looking for an empty seat, but they're all taken, except one. A girl from earlier, looked like we're in the same class. I walked to the desk and heard other students talking. Man, poor guy.
Is it really going to take, sir? He won't last a day.
Okay, that's weird. Are we doing the fucking auditorium scene without the auditorium? I try not to think too much about it, just sit down beside her. This might be a good time to use myself a thank you for earlier. The teacher starts talking again, resuming the lesson. Good chance to speak quietly. Hey! Lowercase, we meet again! Ran into each other this morning. Sorry about that. I didn't get to help. Thank you for helping me up. I'm Dave. What's your name? And they were just here. Look at this fucking Damien-ass guy, right? I mean, this guy may be Buster. Maybe Buster O'Nuts on a good day. But this is so fucking Damien. I kind of hope that we go for a character that's like a little too straight-laced for his own good. Just be fun. It's not just short. It's terrible. It's an awful demo. Okay? English isn't my first language either. I mean, for the most part, it's like tiny little things, right? Damien, must kiss, boy failure. Like, why can't Lucy smile for the camera? She's doing the, like... Plan a lot for the story about updating on my Patreon. By the way, this is an actual hyperlink that works. Right now, Midnight Muffin is collecting $72 a month with 9 people. And there's some character design, some early stuff. Now, as I mentioned, I got some problems with this. I got some serious fucking issues, right? Because this is honestly kind of a shit introduction. It really should. Oh shit, there's some other art in here as well. Oh, no. I think if you smoke, you get like a slightly different sequence. Oh, these are nothing. These are just like intro art pieces. Also, a thing I want to point out, I think in that, yeah, in the train art, Support me, I know that's all for now. Thank you for playing. See you next time around. So, I have an issue, right? There is no backpack. There is no fucking backpack. And let's accept the cigarette. Sure, I'll take one. The words come out before I can stop them. What am I doing? Oh, it's 3 lines. I mean, will this be okay? It's not like I'm gonna get expelled for this, right? Someone else but her and me, so I guess it's fine. I'm just waiting for me to take one. Liz, smile. A genuine relaxed one, hands me a cigarette. That's it, bro. Just relax. Jesus Christ! Don't say it like that. I awkwardly hold a cigarette between my fingers, not entirely sure how I'm supposed to use it. Liz notices my discomfort and chuckles softly. Suppose I'll the ladder again. I notice something unexpected. Shaped like a kitty cat. Small plastic kitten with big shiny eyes. Ridiculously adorable and completely out of place in the situation. A kitten lighter?
That is not shaped like a kitten. It's got a kitten print. You get from Lucy. Last birthday. Ironic, right? Why the fuck is she giving you this if she knows you smoke? She brings the kitten lighter to a cigarette in my mouth. Does she condone it? Is Liz quietly actually kind of chill? She brings the kitten lighter to a cigarette in my mouth. Tip ignites, glowing orange. Man, she's so proud of herself. There you go, buddy. Enjoy it. Chilling back at the sink, watching with casual interest. Alright, here goes. The moment I inhaled to take a puff, I regretted immediately, followed by a coughing fit as I expelled the smoke I inhaled. Brother, you cannot have the same fucking verb this close in physical proximity in the exact same sentence. Oh, well, easy there, man. I was genuinely concerned now. I feel a hand, claws, carefully retracted, patting my back, like, take it easy, bro. These things are meant to be nailed slowly, not like you're a damn vacuum cleaner. I cough one more time, wiping my eyes at the back of my hand. Is this your first time smoking or something? Then there's a pause. There was a pause after all. Oh shit, this is your first time, isn't it? Ah shit, I got you addicted to smoking. I just nodded embarrassingly. So your nod is embarrassing? You are embarrassed. You're not nodding embarrassingly. Avoiding a gaze. Like, this implies that the nodding itself is embarrassing. It's embarrassing, instead of you being embarrassed. Relax, dude, it's fine. You could have told me. You have to accept it out of courtesy. Okay, we skipped the rest of that. So, how do I feel? How do I feel? I think it's a terrible demo, right? And what I mean with that is, this demo does not sell me on anything. I have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to expect from these characters. What is the sales pitch? What makes Noe an interesting main character? What gives him character? What gives him vibes? What makes him interesting? Why do I want to read his stupid little lines and intermissions, you know? Inko and Anon already had that by this point. Why do I care about the person he's dating? Olivia, you know, she's sparky, she's energetic, she's a bit daring, a bit awkward, she's in a wheelchair, there's a lot. Fang is the same, she dresses extremely provocatively despite being 18. You know, at that point where you might want to shift out of your emo phase a little. I just feel that when you really get down to it, this demo hasn't... Like, it focuses mainly on, like, some secondary characters. And it's really weird how, like, it's not a good demo. Like, where is Noah from? Is he... Like, this exchange program, like, is... I don't know, man. So yeah, am I looking forward to the completed story? Maybe. But I'm way more interested in Lucy. She's like way more going on. She's like the most interesting character out of all of this. Which is not good. Yeah. So that was Don't Bite Me. As I said, I don't know, man. There's a lot of work ahead. This is nothing. This is not a first chapter. This isn't anything. You can't end your fucking demo before we even meet the main love interest. Needs more bite, ironically. Exactly. There are no hooks being sunk into me. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe they'll get the feedback they need. They refine everything. And something wonderful comes out the other end. But for now, I'm not optimistic. I'm a little worried. So, yeah. I don't know what we're doing next week.
We could go back to Living Memories, but honestly, I don't know if you all are ready for more of that since, you know, Touhou was so exhausting. The small mods are still the best. These big projects like Devlog and Encore, just their first slice of the battle pie because, yeah. I mean, if this is just because this guy wants to write a Susie fic, right? Go for it. Ignore me. Have fun. Right? You don't live life to satisfy me as a person, to give me what I want. So which one do we got? We got Dances Towards Tomorrow. We had Take Me With You. How is Encore doing? And that other one. I wonder if Take Me With You refers to, like, the main character comes from a big city and they're, like, in a small town and she wants to get out of there. Dancing Towards Plagiarism. Listen, that's half of the fun, right? I kind of want to read it because it's, you know, you get into it and you're like, wow. I think Devlog went places, though. That one's progressed, right? Like, that one has a working demo. Also, it says postmodern, and I am always doubtful of people saying, oh, we're, you know... Man, Devlog's got an art budget, at least. Man, someone on the Devlog itch.io page is like, Theo, right, please. Can't stop seeing all these twinks not being able to get with the poor guy. Oh, Take Me With You seems... Oh, it has an antagonistic character. Oh, lovely. Nice little twist. Let's see. Snoop Game Encore. What have they been up to since last time we checked in on them? It's been a bit. February 5th. What is this fucking animation? Did I all be given the presentation? Why is it animated? Oh, it's just for fun. I don't think that has anything to do with Snoop, with the Encore. Uh-huh. This account needs to fucking stop reposting art as much as it does. I still... Man... Oh, someone's just 3D... This Winnie Buddy carpet seems to be 3D animating Naomi. And I like it! Dang, she's got some energy to her. Oh man, that Trish route. I just want to play Encore because Encore seems like it's going places and doing stupid shit. Right? It feels like when it gets finished, it's just gonna be like, man, this was not worth the effort. Angels and Skeletons 2 posted a thing. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the Bryce preview clip, right? You're talking about that? Man, I fucking hate that one. I said it before and I'll say it again. Don't lean on your past like that, you little loser. Oh shit, this Fang 3D model is pretty good. Actually managed to do something with the snoot. You know, the saddest part of all of this is that we're probably going to be a year out before any of these get finished because no one here has like the needed work rigor to actually get the shit cranked out quickly. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait a while for the dumpster fire to get going. It hasn't returned though. I feel like with Angel of Scaly Wings, it can never live up to the hype because the original was not all that great to begin with, and so much has changed since then. Beat to dancing to beat Wani again, but the dodgeballs on the second day instead on the first. That's what a weirdly specific change. Still, listen, man. You've seen the kind of fics I read. Having some music and a visual element at the very least gives us something, right? Don't you want to hear me complain about dumpster fires? Why are you here if not for that? So yeah, I guess we're gonna end the stream. Call it a day. Thank you all for coming, and I'm sorry that we're gonna have to wait for these things to finish up. I have, however, been given some fresh ideas. Maybe I'll actually write and publish something. Probably not. I've been in a very weird place, and there are many questions worth asking ourselves. Dancing Towards Tomorrow, they had the demo later, and a week later... Wait, Dancing Towards Tomorrow is already done? Wait. It's already done? That's fucking nuts. Wait. Oh my god, fucking name un. Content warning. There are themes of bullying, death, and toxic suicide. If these bother you, make aware they're in the game. You fucking Simpsons. Oh my gosh. Skip button makes some characters vanish. Yeah, I've seen that in like actual. Wait a minute. Senator isn't like the only person saying this. There's like straight up someone like. We'll get to this in a bit. Hold up. There's a guy who's like straight up like, is there a reason you just copy pasted the entire plot, characters, and setting from I Want to Hug That Gator? And then there's like 8,000 deleted posts, 4 of them to be specific. Yes, you'll be forced to move on criticism, people pointing out the unapologetic praise that totally work for you and upload with your face. Make sure it goes to you refuse to admit to it or sense. Jesus fucking Christ, what? There's a thread! There's more? Hold up. We need to turn off the music. You struggle to come up with actual examples of these things where they almost gave herself and admit it to the fact that it's a little weird that every single detail across same both games in order. I'm impressed that this guy decided to crank out a whole Renpai game and copied the plot. Like, that's the part that he found difficult, was the writing. Proven wrong when all some other thing might have also done this, and going, the coach isn't based on one, based on someone else, even though him and the scene are solidly identical. It's all... Are you Hoots on Productions, Senator? It's all lies. It's not evidence. It's an inability to take responsibility for your death. Jesus Christ, what the hell? You seem to forget that most people who want to play a game don't like spoilers. Fun fact, people who have been playing this game recently, and people I directed her... Oh my god. Holy shit, you're not kidding. Not only did this guy like the Reddit post that's like we released the demo has a link that directs you to the full version. Dude, what the fuck? I'm honestly confused right now. Didn't even use AI. He's named Unk, but we just call him Unk. Well, they pulled the I don't know, man. I think we're gonna have to end this stream with the knowledge that there are no good fics out there. They all are terrible because Sapphire's gaze can only scrutinize and destroy. What are we doing next week? I don't know. Yell at me in the comments somewhere. Otherwise, I'm out. Thank you all for coming. You're great. I might do a stream on Saturday or another time because my Fridays are getting a bit packed of late. I'll let you know. I don't know what we're gonna do, but I'll let you know. Man, Lucy, I just like Lucy, okay? What a fun character. What a fun character, okay? There's only one love interest. Alternate oh my goodness. Youch. Like I said, man, I don't think your demo. I feel like if you're doing a demo that is about a one specific character love romance route, you need to make that route a bit more clear. You need to have the main love interest at least show up more than like a voiceless cameo. Wow. I am not only not sold, I feel like I've accrued credit card debt just watching it. Hey!